Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to talk to you about manifesting a specific person and what happens if you decide that you don't actually want that specific person, but you've put all this work into it. Do you have to start over for a new person? What happens to that energy that you have given towards this one person as your goal? Now, getting into separation is an illusion. I don't know if you've heard this before, but the first time I heard it, I was like, what does that mean, separation is an illusion? And I asked the universe to show me what it meant, and it took time. It took months, probably, actually I feel like a year. I don't know. I think it's an ongoing thing, but massive progress of me asking that question for the past year. I have learned so much about this, but the gist of it is that our consciousness is connected to everybody else's consciousness. We are just separated into these human bodies, and we have an ego and a human brain that perceives us as separate from one another because we have like a physical barrier and maybe there's distance, or maybe there's something going on with communication. It's not present or in the way that you want. We perceive all of these things as separation, that if I can't talk to my person on the phone or face to face, then they're not going to get my message. They're not going to know that I care about them. I'm not going to be able to affect them in the way that I want. We are all connected, and you doing the inner work on yourself and connecting with them internally through thoughts, inner conversations, visualization, which is what I meant by thoughts, affects them and affects your entire reality. So I think I've done a video on the law of thought transmission, but not specifically on it, but it was about how we affect others and heal them just through having more positive thinking, because we do pick up on the thoughts of other people. And I think I went into like a whole little rant, not a rant, but like a ramble on just trying to wrap your brain around, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Like, did you think that negative thing about your SP first, or did they think it and you picked up on it and you thought it was your thought, kind of thing? Anyway, I'm not going to get into that today, but that video exists on my channel, so feel free to check it out. Now, what I want to get into is when we're manifesting a specific person. Maybe your partner broke up with you and you want them back, and in your process of working on your self-concept to create a better relationship and create reunion, you're realizing that while you of course can change them, maybe it's too much mental effort for you to see them as the new version. Because when our self-concept skyrockets or makes significant progress where it was in a very low space, that's a lot of changing. It's one thing when we feel that we deserve kind of nice relationships, but just not the dream relationship. That's a little bit easier to change. But when we really had some very negative cycles and thought patterns being manifested in our relationship, it can be too much not to change, because everything can technically change, but it might be literally too much work for you, and that's a personal decision. But I have a whole video on that too. Yes, you can manifest anyone you want, but should you? What's in alignment for your highest good? What is the best thing for you, for your energy, for your well-being, for your higher self, your soul's goals in this lifetime? Because some of this would take a very long time to correct very negative relationships and turn them into gold, and sometimes your soul doesn't want you to be taking that much human time. So what happens if you get to a point in manifesting your specific person back, and or just period, maybe it's someone that you were never with, and you have worked on your self-concept, you're in a really good place, and now you need to change the way that you see them, and you don't want to do it, or just for whatever reason you've been manifesting them and you decide, I don't want them anymore, I want this. this is in alignment and I don't want to change them to be this. I just want this new thing. I just want to open it up to this new person or this new idea of a person, because remember, you don't have to have an actual person that you know be your specific person. You can just have a general description, list of qualities to manifest them into meeting you. So your energy didn't go to that other person, and this is where me talking about collective consciousness and there not being separation comes into play, because all that energy that you spent on SP number 1 that you decided that you didn't want isn't just down the toilet. It's not going in the trash or out the window. It exists. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. You were putting that message out into your field of this is what I want, this is what I want. Now you were focusing it all on SP number 1. And so it was going there and it was hitting the wall of, whatever blocks or beliefs you have of them or of you with them, whatever was specific to them. But you have changed your desire for your reality and how a specific person can show up. You have been maybe blocking out others from showing up, but the second you take that wall down, they can come in. I've had it happen within 48 hours. I released attachment from, someone that I was manifesting back just to, obviously a part of me really wanted them back, but it was coming from a place of needing validation around the way I was treated in that relationship. So yeah, I guess I truly wanted them back, but those were the reasons, and they're not reasons that I'm going to carry them forward with me. And so when I finally healed those attachment issues, I immediately was oh, I don't really even want them. If they show up perfectly, then I guess, sure, right? They show up perfectly, then why wouldn't I? But show me what else you got. And within 48 hours, I had something new being dropped into my lap. And it was amazing. So all of that work and energy that you've put into that one person, I know it can kind of be scary to be oh my gosh, do I have to start over? If I decide that I don't want my ex back really, or, I don't want this guy that I've been, crushing on anymore. Do I have to start all over? How long do I have to wait? One, you have your own beliefs around that. So if you believe that it's going to take 6 months for you to meet someone new, it's probably going to. But maybe this video will help you change your mind, because you've been putting that information of what you want out into your field, into your reality. It has already been matched with other people, but you have put limitations on it of it can only come from this one person. So it's been received by people that are willing and able to interact with you in a way that reflects that. But if you have put a limitation of it can only come from this one person, then it's only going to come from that one person. But once you release it and say, okay, I can truly have it come from anyone. I don't need it to be this person anymore. I don't even want them. I don't have attachment to them anymore. Watch it come in. It might take a little bit of time, because releasing attachment is difficult, and really letting go of the desired outcome, because I know for a lot of us, manifesting an ex back can feel like we're going to receive validation for how things ended. That if they come back, it'll prove that we really didn't deserve to be treated that way. And that's a difficult thing to let go of. But let us not forget that they were reflecting our old beliefs back to us. So there really is nothing to prove other than the fact that they respected your beliefs. I think that's it for today with that topic. If there's anything you'd like me to expand upon, explain differently, or just a totally different topic, anything you'd like to hear me talk about, let me know down in the comments. Share what you thought about this video. I absolutely love hearing from you guys. I love all the comments you guys send me. Let me know what you're manifesting and how things are going. And if you'd like to work one-on-one with me, my website is thealexandrarose.com, or it's down below, linked for you. And thank you for tuning in. I will see you in the next video.